Hi everyone, welcome to Manish IT. This is Manish. Today I am going to discuss about brief introduction part of C++. So let us start. C++. Here C++ means what? It means it is extension of C programming language. That means whenever we are going to C++, then first of all we have to know about C programming language. In this programming language, we will see how to solve that problem which had faced in C language. I already told that C++ means it is extension of C programming language. Here extension means what? That means some changes with features, and due to that changes it gives us better result. So here point is that C++ is also comes under object oriented programming language, but we know that C programming language is known as mother language of programming, and it is based on a structured language. So now question is that why we need C++ when we already have C? So answer, we know that C is an imperative programming language, whereas C++ is a object-oriented language. What is object-oriented? I will tell you later. C++ also includes a much larger standard library than C, allowing you to title C++ is a general purpose programming language. This basically means you can C++ to do loads of stuff, where it be operating system programming language, embedded system programming, game programming, web programming, etc. Not to say you cannot do those things in C language. It's just C++ provides already written code, that is libraries, that makes your life much easier. There's really no need to choose one or the others. It really comes down to what you are trying to achieve. So both languages have their advantages as well as disadvantages, and they both shine in certain areas. We can say programming languages are like plumber's tool set. A plumber is not going to fix a leaking pipe with a screwdriver, now is he? He has probably going to require a wrench. So once this one thing is more, in C++ it gives security of your program, but in C it's not happen. That's why we need to C++. So now what is C++? So C in C++ is general or multi-purpose high-level compiler-based and object-oriented programming language. So, what is use of C++? So, answer is it is used to design our operating system, compiler, and much more things. So, C one by one. So, it is used to design and like operating system, DOS, Windows, Unix, etc. are designed by C++. Next, editors having like Notepad, WordPad, MS Office, etc. are designed by C++. Next, commercial application means what? Shopping bill transaction, banking transaction, all are related to money, that is commercial. So next is database means Oracle, SQL, MySQL, etc. are designed by C++. Next, translator means what? Source code converted into object code. So as example we can say compiler, interpreter, assembler, etc. are designed by using C++. So next, device driver means what? Printer, keyboard, mouse, etc. are designed by C++. So protocol means what? We saw in our website there is written like HTTP. So HTTP means what? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. FTP means what? File Transfer Protocol, and Bluetooth Transfer Protocol, etc. So next, software. So software means what? Simply we can say software, it is collection means what? Set of instructions. So it is collection of program is called software. So software is divided into two parts, like system software and application software. So system software means what? Operating system is called system software. As example, Android is operating system. For laptop, Windows, in Windows is system software. So like that. Next, what is application software? Application software is nothing but WhatsApp, Facebook, Tally, Oracle, VLC media player, Photoshop, etc. are applications of software. So we can relate these all things. As a human, we can say heart is software. Our heart is as a software, and brain, hand, and legs, eyes, ear, these all are applications of that system. So when system is working, like when heart is working, then all that application like hand, brain, eye, and leg, all are working with respective works. So next, what is ops? So before what is ops, we have to know why does ops famous. We can say it is better suited for team software development, and gives facilitate facilitate utilizing and creating reusable software component, and also easier for software maintenance. So for ops based language, we can we having Java, C Sharp, PHP, Perl, C++, extra are based on ops language. So let us see some features regarding like which is must required to ops. Before the features, we have to know about what is ops in C++. So we can simply say it is an engineering approach to build software system. Object-oriented programming, that is ops, is the concept of object and class to model the real-world entities. So see one by one what are the features which must required in ops. So first is class. Class is nothing but user-defined data type. And second is object. Object is nothing but copy or instance of class. So we can say, like class and object is very useful concept for object oriented programming language. That means in the real world, whatever exists, as example, human beings, animals, cars, and so on, these all are real entities, but when we are mapping it, then it is called object. So our next is like data heading. So data heading means what? Giving protection using access specifier. What is access specifier? We will see in next videos in details. So here we are giving like brief introduction. So simply we can say we having three types of access specifier, that is public, private, protected. So data hiding, this concept is also often used to hide the internal representation of an object from the outside, and access specifier play important role to implement this concept, that is a data hiding. So next concept is encapsulation. Encapsulation, that is nothing but we can say combines data members and member functions. So what is data members and what is member functions? I will tell you. So simply data members is nothing but that is whatever you declared like primitive data type, and member function what, that is nothing but user defined function. So simply we can say that is data members is a variable and the member function is a function. So it's simply to understand. But in C language, we what we are saying, that that like variables and function. So that in C++, that name is changes, like in technical word, it's adding word like data members and member functions. So it is same like variables and functions. So it is no need to worry about it. So encapsulation means bundling of data and methods that works on it in one unit is called encapsulation. So its best example, see capsule. It is not encapsulated. After encapsulation, it is looking like this. So this is called encapsulation. So see next, a data abstraction. So simply we can say representing essential feature without including the background details. That means it is one of the key concept of OPS, that is object oriented programming language. Its main goal is to handle complexity by hiding unnecessary details from the user. That enables the user to implement more complex logic on top of the provided abstraction without understanding or even thinking about all the hidden complexity. So these are the so simply we can give example for data abstraction. It is more clarified to you. So we can say as example, coffee making with coffee machine is the best example of data abstraction. So simply what we are doing in coffee machine, we are putting milk, sugar, coffee in that machine, and finally the machine abstract all those material and gives us coffee. So that is abstraction. During mixing of that material, that is called abstraction. Whatever happening inside machine, that is abstraction, and whatever output is get we are getting, that is coffee, generally coffee. Before coffee, we are what we are providing, milk, sugar, coffee, that's all. But finally we are getting coffee. So that's why it is best example. So next is polymorphism. So simply we can say the condition of occurring in many forms. So we can say it something occurs in several different forms. This concept that different class can be used with the same interface, and each of these classes can provide its own implementation of the interface. That is polymorphism. So next is inheritance. What is inheritance? It is simply we can say gives extensibility and reusability of data in ops. So it is a mechanism where you can to derive a class from another class for a hierarchy of classes that share a set of attributes and methods. For example, suppose animal is a class, then its derived or uh, child class is also sometimes someone saying like child class, someone saying like derived class, but technical word is derived class. So here what is our base class? Suppose I am taking animal is our base class, then its derived class or child class is what? Reptiles, mammals, and birds, etc. are its derived class or child class. So this same concept are happening in inheritance. So next is what? Message communication. Message communication is nothing but technique of communication between object and external system. So how simply as example, how we communicate. So we having some language like speaking tools, like we having so many languages. So that is a communication. So in the same things happening with system, some technique are there. By using that technique, objects and their external system are communicating to each other. So biologically it's happening. So this these all So these all eight, at least eight, these all eight features are happening in any programming language. So simply we can say that programming language is object oriented programming language. So these are the introduction part of object oriented programming language. So if you having any question, then please comment in the comment box, and thank you for watching and subscribe my channel.